It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Please take it as a warning. I've been sitting dormant. Took a break from booking my performance. Young Nolan was on it once upon a time. Open my destinations. Used to check the rhyme. Q-tip in the ear. Let me say this clear so you fuck niggas hit me. You niggas suck. You ain't near me. I'm making bucks so I conduct the inquiries. My flow the truth. I can't trust in your theories. These rappers lying now. 6 million ways to demise. We got them dying out. Crying out. What is it your life about? Sincerely, I've been dedicated. Building reputations. Rising expectations. Look at me. Fighting my temptations. I've been serenaded plentifully. My imagery lyrically made with symmetry. I've been hard, killing niggas out the family tree. I feel like Benoit. Used to educate them at them seminars. Now it's all about me. Shining when I'm grinding. I take my talents to South Beach. They voluntary mouthpiece. I turn it down when I turn around to be flirting for surface, buffing my crown. Bitch, I'm good on my own. I got a wife and a son in my home, so get used to rejection. If any niggas say my name, hope you use protection. I cross niggas for the fun of it. Who's the pedestrian? Burn your canals just to get to the root of my questions. Oh no, LeBron body, I'm all-star. Hard body like porn star body and all y'all. Airplane on my phone calls, fuck all the small talk. Press a button, your life rerouted like it's the OnStar. If you been yearning for the real, y'all should have been said it. These cowards would have been dead. Let my win set in.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. If y'all rock with that new intro right there, I just did that over Doechii's Catfish because I just was like, you know what, Super Bowl Sunday, man, I gotta get y'all something new, man. Let me do something new. What's a beat that I could like really get busy with? So I literally did that today. But of course, we're getting into Kendrick Lamar, Super Bowl Sunday. At my request, I'm gonna take credit for it. We did get a follow-up part 2 to Kendrick Lamar's interview with Timothee Chalamet. All right, some of y'all was getting on me like, bro, you said Chalamet? Yeah, that's what the fuck I said. I said Chalamet, goddamn, Chalamet, Chalamet. But y'all said it was Chalamet, so now I will correct it. But some of y'all took that shit too far. Somebody tried to say, you're a rapper. How do you not know how to say that? And then a motherfucker went on to create a whole grammatically incorrect statement just to criticize me. Bitch, fuck out of here. That person only. But anyway, in this particular show, we're going to be talking about part 2 of the interview. In the interview, they did go back and talk about some of Kendrick's classics pre-industry, pre-album, pre-debut album stuff. They went and talked about the Heart Part 2, I believe, made reference to Cushion Corinthians from Section 80, all that good stuff. We're going to revisit some of that as well. We're going to talk about some of the chatter going on before the Super Bowl, and we'll go from there. We ain't going to be here for too long, but we are going to have a good time nonetheless. So let me go ahead and pull up the interview and get into the conversation.
That was one of my favorites, part 2. That was the
Part 2 is like you're at the Olympics, bro. Repping in the studio, we go right down, freestyle, right down, whatever. Still come up clever. I just need to free my thoughts, so Lord knows I know better. But I ain't perfect. I ain't seen too many churches that know them Testament verses. You should either hear me now and go deaf, or end up dead, die trying to know death. Might end up dead, swallow blood, swallow my breath.
Fucking studio, just make sure you pay my music respect.
Hey, yeah, there it is, bro. Woo. Hey, especially that last verse, you start coughing, bro. You run out of breath, bro.
I was going.
I love that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's dope that we get to go back and talk about the Heart Part 2. Shout out to Timothy, man. I fucked your name all up and shit, man. I ain't even know you been listening since back then, man. But that's dope, you know, because I feel like sometimes when you interview somebody, you may be familiar with their work or familiar with, you know, the stuff that they've impacted the world and toured for and went crazy with. But when you start bringing up mixtape material and like the stuff that the artist did before the fame, you know, and it was just like a lot of us, but a relatively small community of people Like, I remember when The Heart Part 2 came out. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I went back and retroactively heard that shit. Like, I was literally, like, that motherfucker came out and I'm like, ooh, what's this? I was like, oh, shit. This nigga's going crazy. Shit, I remember when The Heart Part 1 came out. Just a little kind of nigga. One time. Like, and I remember just being like, this nigga is going to go crazy. He's gonna, any day now, he's gonna be at that next level. But at the time, the way that TDE was like even promoting him, it seemed like he was already damn near there. You know what I'm saying? Because they had the OD shit out. They had all of this stuff going on. You had like his earlier dates of like going around to the radio stations and stuff like that. So he had motion already happening, but it was like one of these fucking days, this nigga's gonna blow the fuck up. And it wasn't too much longer after. But let me get back to the interview.
Have you ever found like pieces of yourself inside a role? Like, okay, I can relate to this character's emotion.
Without sounding like a megalomaniac, I feel like every role I've done, you know, has met me in my life and my spirit at a really opportune time where I actually had something to say through it. And even Dune, which takes place on other planets in a different universe, you know, that character being a young man with too much on his shoulders, sort of stepping into a spotlight, that was happening literally in my life at that time, you know, so. Okay. And I've been trying to push myself more and more in that regard. When I played Bob Dylan, man, that was the most, because I'm actually playing a real life figure that, you know, in some ways similar to your fan base, like not only reveres the music, but they revere the man and the legend. Man, that was like holding a legacy in my hands, you know.
What's that process like, man, playing Dylan?
Man, it was a dream come true. I feel like.
Was any nerves involved?
Massive. Massive.
What's the first day of set feel like?
Man,
knowing that you're going into a role like that.
Great question, because it wasn't a day where I got to do much. I didn't get to play a song. It was a scene on an airplane where I'm drinking coffee, and then so it was like a mind fuck. I'm like, all right, so I'm me playing Bob Dylan, drinking coffee, you know. As far as like, if I started with a song, that's the stuff I spent 10,000 hours thinking about. Drinking the coffee, you know, wasn't as much. But the first time we did a song, that's when my confidence, you know, grew. I was just like, man, I didn't want to let him down, but I went harder on that than I ever went, bro. I really, I mean, I want to be one of the greats, and I put those hours in, and I continue to put those hours in. The Dylan Project, I put the 10,000 hours in, you know. You feel like you ever let a movie be made about you, or probably too young to be thinking about that?
Yeah, I don't be thinking about no documentaries and no nothing. I'm present. I'm going.
Yeah, you're you right now.
Sure, I still got ideas, man. I want to get to all that, you know. So, you know, to be real, man, I'm infatuated with like now. Like, I look at the present day and I see, you know, the goals that I sought out and that I accomplished, and I feel like I want to live a full life, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop there, but I'm gonna keep going, of course. What I find interesting is when he asked him about the potential of a movie being made, and he says, I don't think about documentaries or nothing, right? That's interesting to me because it feels like Kendrick is still energized. It still feels like he feels that there's more to do, more work, which a lot of artists, when they get to this point where he's at in his career, I mean, he's given us album after album, classic after classic, monumental tour after monumental tour. A lot of motherfuckers would be ready to slow down. You know what I mean? He's a guy with a family, children, you know, and I would assume when he's not in album cycle, you know, a formula and a you know, a routine of how his life goes. And a lot of people, once they get to like near 40, they're ready to, you know, cycle out of the industry or cycle out of the music making process or the touring process, or, you know what I mean? Like the heavy perfectionism part of creativity, because there's one thing to like go in there and just be spitballing, throwing shit at the wall. But when you're creating at a high level, and I'm not saying that everybody stops. I don't want, because people always take little minute pieces of your statement and start trying to like find ways to prove you wrong. I don't know what that is that some of y'all have in y'all that makes y'all do that. But I'm just talking about number one in hip hop specifically, and just as grown people, you know what I'm saying? Like typically would slow down, typically would, all right, if I drop music, it's gonna be very sporadically, it's gonna be very sparingly. It's not gonna be something that I'm just like still obsessed with. It's not something I'm still gonna like be trying to be extremely consistent about. Look at Rihanna, right? But based on what he's saying in this interview, again, he still seems like he's excited about what's next. He's excited about what's to come because he has more that he has to give. Now, I have heard, again, more rumors that there's more music to come from Kendrick even after the Super Bowl. I don't know how accurate it is. I heard that there's a potential Rihanna collab that's coming. I don't know. A lot of people be putting stuff out and saying shit. I don't know how real that is, but I've seen it. Also seen people talking about, potential part 2 deluxe or something coming after the Super Bowl. Remember DJ Head was talking about a 211. 211 is creeping up on us, so we'll see. But that's just my little spiel there. I'm gonna get back to it.
Full life of inspiration. So
In gratitude, right?
yeah, and gratitude. So that shit is like a appreciation not only to myself, but to the grind and to everyone else out there that's putting that work in. In order to inspire one another and set the tone. Shit, you deserve it all.
Absolutely.
For me, I can never do the same thing twice, right? It always got to be something that shows growth, who I am today versus yesterday.
Real quick, why not? I still got you.
See?
My personal favorite.
Yeah, this shit. You know what I was telling you about, like Man in the Garden?
Yeah.
GNX is always that one song that I want everybody to get to for the purpose of that album.
Yeah.
This was the purpose
This
of
was
this
really, really. But this one isn't up top, right? This is like
Nah, but this is
12. Yeah.
right. But this is something that I critique myself on. Don't do it like he did, cause he ain't what you is, but you can't win. Wait, let's get straight to the point, to the meaning of life. What's my purpose? Maybe this earth ain't a good place to be. How far is heaven? Let's see. Is it in the clouds like they said it would be? I wonder when I die, will he give me receipts? I wonder with the eyes of the Lord. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm a loser, I'm a winner, I'm good, I'm bad, I'm a Christian, I'm a sinner, I'm humble, I'm loud, I'm righteous, I'm a killer. What I'm doing, I'm sad, that I'm human. I ain't just ride to it, ride to it.
God, this is some shit, man.
And you die to it, die to it, die to it, die to it. Live your life, live it right. Be different, do different things. Don't do it like he did, cause he ain't what you is, but we can't win. Wait, let's get straight to the point. Hey.
Man, Cushion Corinthians, bro. I used to play that shit a lot. That was one of my favorites off Section 80. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit takes me back, bro. Like, fuck it, Cushion Corinthians, High Power, Rigor Mortis, fucking, Hola. 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 I was just playing that shit the other day. Just on some random shit. I was playing that motherfucker. Goodness gracious. Ronald Reagan. Like, that project, man. At that point, I knew it was like, all right, Dunzo, he's out of here. And then, like, shortly after it dropped, they were like, Kendrick is officially on Aftermath and debut album coming soon. And I was like, oh shit. But man, that takes me back, dog. one of the last niggas out the blog era that like really became a top artist. Wow. Here we are, 2025. This man is solo headlining a motherfucking Super Bowl. Didn't know he would get this far, but it's been a pleasure witnessing it all this time. I'm gonna get back to it.
Wow. Hey. So tell me about this real quick though, because you said like this is the one on this one you wanted, but these aren't throwaways. These are all classics
Right.
too.
So check it out. This is a case where okay, I had to learn from this and say okay, I'm at a point now in my career. I don't have to play the game of having the album track at the end of the record. I want that motherfucker up. I want it at the top. So you're gonna get Man at the Garden at the top of the record.
Right.
Because I've put in enough work to say I want it this way, and that's my way. Like if I can do this shit all over again, which I wouldn't, this motherfucker be it.
Right. Be first or something. Yeah. He said he said 7 tracks. I said 15. Called it EP. Yeah, man.
You know your shit, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I go way back, man. Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
If any of that makes it, man, just know we're playing the deep cuts. Like
right.
I know all the hits too, man. I don't want people to think I'm stuck in the past.
I appreciate you, dog.
Well, I thought we were gonna go through my movies, bro.
Come on, man.
No, I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding, bro. I was gonna pull the Netflix up right now, bro.
Pull up. We watching all type of shit. We getting sentimental and shit.
Yeah, you don't have 6 hours to kill right now, bro?
Huh?
You don't
6 hours?
You don't have 6 hours to kill?
Hell no.
We're crying in front of the
We're crying this shit.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for letting me do this, man. Thanks for letting me do this.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir.
That was dope. I liked that second half, the second part more than the first one. Just cause it was like so nostalgic and like just took me to a place, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And these are songs that Kendrick, you know, for the most part, he hasn't performed in years. Not to say that he doesn't acknowledge them or anything, but he just never has like an opportunity to really talk about them because he doesn't just be out here talking for the sake of doing it. So it's cool to even hear him like reminisce on the intent of the music and to know that Cushion Corinthians was like one of those like primary pillars and pieces of Section 80 that he like that out of the album. This is what I want you to hear. BJ the Chicago Kid on that motherfucker. Ow! I ain't gonna try to sing that shit, but you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, dope interview and just helps build more anticipation for this halftime show coming in a couple of hours from now. It's gonna be crazy. I'm ready for it. I done already like put my order in for food this evening. Like that shit been pre-scheduled, prepaid, the whole nine. Like bring my shit today, okay? Don't fuck with me. You feel me? But yeah, let's keep this thing rolling. As they were talking about the Heart Part 2, I said, you know what? I ain't played that shit in a minute for them to pull that bitch up. Man, that shit still hard to this day. Man, it's still not a nigga out that I've like, a new nigga that I've gotten excited about the way I was excited about this nigga when shit like this dropped. You feel me? I haven't felt that in a while. You know what I'm saying? There's been glimpses of people that like can go, but not like that. Damn, that shit take me back, bruh. So I just had to have like a quick little jam session with that motherfucker, man. Hopefully YouTube don't wig out on me and try to take it out. But again, when they pulled that bitch up in that car, I was like, man, it's really been that long. This nigga really did drop them songs. I was really like locked in with this nigga's career at that point, and he wasn't even like on yet. It's crazy. And before I wrap, I do want to go ahead and say that Doechii is also in New Orleans. Dave Free was literally at a Doechii show last night, where she was on stage rocking, and he shared part of it on his Insta story. So we do see a little something going on. PG Lang, Doechii, you know what I mean? I'm still on my campaign, hoping that she gets added to the Grand National Tour. As of yet, we have no official announcement or anything like that, or anything leading to such a thing. I know they've asked her about that on the Breakfast Club. She was very tight-lipped about it. It's not something she wants to, put the cart before the horse about, or leak information that Kendrick and the team are not ready to speak on. But just for me personally, for all the love and support that they're giving her, I hope that it happens. And again, Dave Free was just out supporting her out in last night. Here's the clip. Y'all know Doechii gonna bring the energy every motherfucking time, which is so crazy, right? Because she just did her Grammy performance last weekend. I believe at the top of the week, she literally came out on Twitter and said that she has bronchitis. And in the same week, she's back on stage giving her fucking all, dedicated to the craft, dedicated to upholding her obligations and not half-assing it, right? You heard that's DJ Miss Milan in the background. They got their whole salt and pepper Spinderella thing going on, which I love to see, especially just as a hip-hop person. So again, I don't know what the future holds. I don't think she'll make her way out to the Super Bowl stage. I think that would be a little preemptive. It could be though, because there is a surprise, but I don't know what that surprise is supposed to be, whether they're going to go in that direction. Some people believe that we could get a Janet Jackson redeemable moment, to do poetic justice. I don't know about that. That would take a lot to even make reference to the Drake collab on that stage. That would be kind of crazy, but maybe, just to honor Janet and give her make her whole again from the last time that she was on the Super Bowl stage. I mean, that could be cool. I don't know. He could go in a totally different direction. E40 says he believes that Kendrick's gonna close out the performance with Not Like Us. I would love to see it, but I don't know. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. Be sure to let me know what y'all think is going to come down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. All right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit on my almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.